Okay, good morning. Hello, my name is Col Peeples. I am here to do a quick video of telling you what our Military Studies 200 class is this year. I want to go through the academic portion that you'll be covering, as well as the leadership education, and then talk to you a little bit about the hybrid format requirements that we have for this unusual course. A little bit of background is we're at Prescott High School, and we're a very successful junior ROTC unit. It's our 8th year, have over about 170 students, cadets, and we've been designated as a junior ROTC distinguished unit for every year we've been open, which I think is kind of unusual. I think it's one of the first, only in the world, to have it declared a distinguished unit since the first day it opened up their doors. What we've done is we've created an online hybrid course that last year had its first year, Military Studies 100, and this year is Military Studies 200. It is a directly out of the Air Force Junior ROTC curriculum, which involves Science of Flight for second-year students and Leadership Education too. You don't have to be a second-year student to take this class. Freshmen to seniors can take this class, but you will be doing the Leadership Education 2 curriculum, even though this may be your first year. And we'll have your students, your fellow peer cadets, be teaching you some of the stuff in the first year curriculum so that you will not be behind. The format for this curriculum is straight out of a book called Science of Flight. It's available online at our website, Prescott JROTC.com, which links to Moodle. Once you get your password, you'll be on our classroom management system. Science of Flight is a great book that actually I've taught as a science credit before, although this credit with all the different schools and districts will be an elective credit. But the Science of Flight is exciting because, especially here at Prescott High School, we have Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University just 4 miles away. The first section is about the physics of flying, how planes fly. We'll go over this in great detail. I've been a pilot since 1985. I've been an instructor pilot. I flew F-15s mainly most of my career. And I'll be going over the physics of flight, the motions of flight, and why planes fly. Why did Wilbur and Orville Wright succeed where other people failed? The second quarter of our book will be going through weather. Okay, out in the West here, we don't get that much weather. It's different, but we'll go through a lot of the details of it. Again, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I plan on having a field trip there to go see their weather department, which are good friends with us. The third quarter of our class, we'll be going through basically 2 of these sections. One's the physiology of flying. What exactly happens to your body when you go up to 40,000 feet? What happens to your body when you actually go ascend in altitude and go up? Well, what are some of the threats to being physically fit when you're a pilot? It's a neat section that talks about the protective equipment and your training that you must have as a pilot to be aware of some of the threats. And then finally, we'll go through navigation. This will be the end of the third quarter towards our spring break, and we'll go through extensive navigation, meaning, yes, we'll be using GPSs, but the question is, why do GPSs work, and what is the basis of navigation that starts from that? I was stationed at the Pentagon once upon a time, and actually in charge of all the GPSs for the Air Force, paying for them. So I'm quite familiar with GPSs, and we'll actually do some geocaching if none of you have ever done that. It's a lot of fun. Then towards the very end of the year, academically, we have a great relationship, like I said, with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I will actually teach you how to be a crash scene investigator, a CSI, for airplane crashes. And there is actually a crash lab at Embry-Riddle where they have a dozen civilian planes that are crashed, out just like they were found. And I will have graduate students at Embry-Riddle teach my classes about crash scene investigations. Why do planes crash? What do you have to investigate? My background is that I was a safety professional in the Air Force, aviation, for about 10 years, and I've done multiple crashes myself, and I want to pass that knowledge on to my students. So that will be kind of the final project come the first part of May, last part of April. The leadership education that we'll be going through, by the way, excuse the word peeps, that's my former fighter pilot nickname. Leadership Education 2 this year involves communications, awareness, and leadership. This will be an excellent opportunity for all my cadets to learn how to speak publicly, express themselves through communications, and not be nervous of speaking your mind and your opinion, defending your opinion, learning to listen. We also go through a whole section about understanding groups and teams. How do groups and teams build? How do they eventually work together? I will challenge y'all and put you together with people you do not know. And I'll have crazy tasks to give you that you'll think are dumb, but really the exact problem will be for you to work together with these people you do not know, who will probably be from different schools, and come up with a ending to your task. Finally, we'll be studying leadership models, leadership traits and principles, and we'll have a couple projects along those lines also. The Military Studies 200 class, I will be lecturing the hybrid format. I'll be lecturing and recording something like this on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, almost solely. I did this last year, and you can look on YouTube for Military Studies 100, which is the first semester, and 102, which is the second semester. And you can see we have about 150 videos of our class going through Military Studies 100. On Wednesdays and Thursdays here at Prescott High School, if you're taking my class in the high school 5 days a week, Wednesdays will be the Leadership Education Day, which you'll be combined with another class potentially. And on Fridays, it's 100% our wellness program. You'll be doing PE and wellness every Friday. The hybrid format for the students that are commuting to Prescott High School, or the Prescott High School students that are not in my class and coming on every Monday afternoon, the hybrid students will be doing their PE and extra leadership education during the Monday Leadership Lab, which is 4:30 to 6:30. And the requirements to pass this course are to do the online assignments through Moodle, which will come through our videotaping and our lecturing, as well as taking tests, wearing your proper uniform during your leadership lab. There are 9 leadership labs on every quarter, and so it works out pretty well. Basically, 1,000 points grade-wise for the class, about 100 per week, and then about 100 for the community service, which is required for all of my junior ROTC cadets. I hope it's given you a background of our military studies. Like I said, as an overview, we started as an online course to address a lot of the students that don't have junior ROTC here in northern Arizona. This is the second of a 3-year pilot program approved by the Air Force. The aerospace science portion is a science of flight that covers navigation, weather, physics of flying, as well as physiology of flying. And the leadership education 2 is communications, awareness, and leadership, which will be working together as teams, doing public speaking, and preparing yourself for a goal that you will be pursuing for the rest of your life. Thank you very much.